What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Yankees Den podcast. I am your host, Lorenzo Scarabino, here with your co host back again after last night. It was just me, but tonight it's me and your co host, Jimmy, back at it again. Let's go, Knicks. The Knicks are NBA champions. I am a Knicks fan, not diehard like the Yankees, like I am for the Yankees. Obviously, I'm a diehard Yankees fans, but I just love it for the city of New York. Jimmy, you were saying the same thing to me. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean it's been like over 5,200 days since a New York sports team last won a championship. So we were due. New York City was due. So that's all I gotta say. But I'll tell you something. Jalen Brunson, all-time great. That's an all-time great right there. Give him the damn keys to the city.
Greatest Nick.
But listen, look, I root for the Knicks. I don't watch every game. I'm not a diehard. I'm not, someone that was in the Fizdale era, and there was times when Derrick Rose was out there, not disrespecting him, but it was so bad for the Knicks, and the fans deserve it, but they got to celebrate responsibly. It's a good thing for the city for sure,
Hmm.
but that's all I got to say, really. I mean, congrats to the Knicks, but I really wish it was the Yankees or the Giants first, but well deserved for the Knicks. It's long
Yep.
overdue. Since
Yep.
1973, dude.
Yep. It's been long. It's been a while, and since 2012 for a New York team. So
Yeah,
let's
for the
hope.
Giants, baby. Yeah.
Let's hope the Yankees could win the World Series, and then you have a Knicks and Yankees championship in the same year. But
I think the
without
city would
further ado,
explode.
it would go nuclear, Jimmy. I just want to see how it's gonna go now at the Knicks. But without further ado, let's jump into the Yankees 3-1 win against the Blue Jays, and we're gonna go through a recap like we always do nightly, and then we'll hop into our topics, Jimmy. So we got the Yankees winning 3-1. We're gonna go into the pitching side. Cam Schlittler matches Gosman with 7 innings. Cam gives up 1 run. He gives up a season high 4 walks though, right? And he
Yeah.
has 7 strikeouts. His ERA is now at 1.82. And then Cruz comes in the eighth inning, walks a lot, doesn't have his control fully, but gets out of a jam, only has 1 strikeout, gets a pop out to Ben Rice, gets out of it. He's pumped up as usual. Then you have in the ninth inning, Bednar closing it out, looks sharp as nails out there, hasn't been overused that much lately as he was in the beginning of the season, and now you're seeing him at his full potential, being good. Now let's go to the bats. What do we do with the bats? Let's go into that. So to start the scoring off, we have the Blue Jays striking first with an Okamoto home run in back-to-back games against the New York Yankees. In the third inning, he hits a home run, a line drive that just clears the wall. It was pretty boring. And then the next top of the half inning, in the top of the fourth, you have Jasson Dominguez, who just came up. He said that he got the text at 11:30 last night,
Yeah.
flew in at 10:30 this morning. He was off caffeine, Red Bulls, energy drinks, and he hits a home run, ties the game in the fourth inning against Gosman. And Gosman's been a thorn on our side every year he pitches against us. Every time we can never get to him for some reason, and we face him so much. But Dominguez comes through and ties the game. Then it's a pretty boring game. Just pitchers getting out of jams. Schlittler worked into and out of trouble a lot. A lot of people on the base paths, especially with his 4 walks. But he was inducing that ground ball contact, getting double plays when he needed it. Love that we saw Cabby over there taking those double play balls instead of Volpe.
Volpe
And
wouldn't have turned them,
no,
but
and
continue.
and then we get to the top of the ninth inning, tied at 1-1, and the Yankees, who have seen Varlin very well, Belly gets a single, right? And then we have Paul Goldschmidt against a hard throwing right hander. Everyone says he hits lefties. He's been hitting righties, and he does it again. Continues to rake 2-run go-ahead home run in the top of the ninth inning for the New York Yankees, which would be the statement of the game and catapult them to a 3-1 victory over the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees are now 42-27. If the Rays lose, looking like they might, the Yankees will be solely in first place back again. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on this game?
But yes, you talk about the. I'll answer that in a minute. But you talk about the Rays. They are down 8-0 to the 28 win Angels team.
That's what we want, baby.
28 wins. Let me do math. In 70 games for the Angels. So they're 28-42. So screw the Rays. Anyway, big win today. Big win today. I mean, we get hit with a double whammy with the injuries. Grisham goes on the IL, got hurt rounding the bases last night. Why does every Yankee get hurt rounding the damn bases? I mean, are they cursed? I mean, Stanton, they said it was a minor calf injury. Well, we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yes, we will.
But, I mean, come on. Damn it. Grisham was hitting very well over his last 30 games. He's in 306. He was getting on base. His on base percentage was 390, and he was hitting 400 his last 7 games and hitting 328 his last 15 games, and he was still getting on base. So it sucks that he's out. However, we'll talk. I don't want to, we'll go into it later, but this means more leeway for Spencer Jones and JASSON Dominguez. But as I said, we did hear today from Yankees manager Aaron Boone. He told reporters that Giancarlo Stanton had a setback, and Giancarlo Stanton was supposed to be back probably for the homestand coming up against that annoying White Sox team. The White Sox team that almost got no hit today.
Almost.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And then Mookie Betts had that shitty error.
Yep. Oh my God, that must be devastating. That's devastating.
That was devastating. But so there's that. So now we won't get Stanton back. And do we really need him? No, because Goldy's been hitting out of his mind. But,
exactly.
Who the hell doesn't want to have Giancarlo Stanton back? I mean, I just want to see him hit 500 career home runs, man.
I know.
I mean, what is he at right now?
I don't know. I think like 440?
He's
50?
I'm literally Googling it up.
I think something like that, but
456 career home runs.
Yep, so he's right on the cusp. You know what I mean? And and talking about Stan, it went you transitioned perfectly into Stan because that's a topic I wanted to bring up.
I didn't do the game recap.
It's fine. I recapped it. You're good.
Well, no, I know, but you asked for my opinion on the game. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, please send Paul Goldschmidt to the All-Star game. He's 38 years old.
Thank you.
He's 38 years old. The guy's hitting 285. His OPS is close to 900. And he's doing this where his playing time was snatched because Ben Rice is the Yankees' full-time first baseman. And this is, how many games has he played? I don't even know. Whatever.
I don't know, but a lot.
But I mean, his last 30 games is in 315. Last 15 games is hitting 333.
Yep.
He has 9 home runs, 31 RBIs. I mean, and he's 38 years old. I'm still got it. Send him to the All-Star game. Now, with JASSON Dominguez, really, really good piece of hitting right there. That's got to be your leadoff guy.
Yes.
Like you said. Eventually.
I was interested to see, Jimmy, today that Ben Rice was leading off and Dominguez was batting second.
Yeah, I don't like that. I just got to be honest with you. Now, the Yankees are decimated with injuries now. I hate using that word, but they're decimated. No Cole. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Whoa. Well, we didn't have Cole and Rodon.
Yes.
For like first half of the season. There's no Clark Schmidt. Max Fried is hurt. Austin Wells
Yes.
is hurt. Jose Caballero got hurt for a bit. Anthony Volpe didn't start the season with the Yankees. Was hurt, recovering from a shoulder issue. Trent Grisham's hurt. Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge. There's a lot of injuries for the Yankees right now. But Cam Schlittler is just listen. He walked four guys. I don't know how he got out of those jams. I mean, Houdini, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1.82 ERA on the season. This is your Cy Young. A Cy Young like performance by Cam Schlittler. Type Schlitt,
The
they
great
say.
Cam Schlitt.
He's unbelievable. Bullpen, I mean, Cruz got into a little trouble, got out of the gym. 3 walks? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But whatever. But David Bednar has been nails, bro. I
Been
mean, have you
nails.
seen his last 7 appearances? I mean, in 7 2/3 innings,
Yep.
he's struck out 11 and he's got a 0 ERA.
Yep.
His ERA has fallen down to 3.77. That's the
Yep.
Yankees closer.
Yes.
He was being overused early in the season, like you said. He's been nails. He struck out the damn side. And the Blue Jays don't strike out. It's ridiculous. And he struck out the Blue Jay side.
Yep.
God
I mean,
bless America.
listen,
Great
Jimmy.
win for the Yankees. Hold on. Let me close this out. Great win for the Yankees today. Absolutely great. But, Kevin Gausman, I mean, are the Yankees allergic to hitting against him? Like, they don't
Yeah,
hit against
very,
Gausman ever. It's
very.
crazy, but he's a dominant pitcher. Dominant pitcher. If the Jays didn't have all these injuries and shit like that, I'm not even joking. I think they'd be the second best team in the division right now. Because I don't believe in the Tampa Bay Rays.
For
I'm going
sure.
to state
Yeah.
that for the record. Little scrappy ball that they play, Taylor Walls is great. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Screw the Rays. We're going to be in sole possession of first place. And this is a successful road trip for the Yankees. I'm as of now. I mean, they're 4-1, and the series finale is tomorrow. But I'll tell you what, just a great, great win for the Yankees today. A lot to be excited about. But unfortunately, Grisham goes down. I wish you a speedy recovery, my friend, but that means more Spencer Jones and
Yeah.
JASSON Dominguez. One of them could be a center fielder next year. So that's all I got to say. Really, really good win.
Jimmy, I'm sorry that I cut you off a little bit, but when you were talking about David Bednar, it got me a little excited, and I wanted to point out something when you were talking about it and not forget it, because sometimes I forget, so I didn't want to forget it, so I wanted to jump in there. But I don't know if you've noticed, but since he hung that curveball to Tyrone Taylor, he has been more fastball and splitter reliant.
Yeah,
He
because his
has,
curveball sucks.
Yep, he hasn't. And look what the outcome's been. He hasn't been used as much, overused. He's been used when he needs to, when we're running in the last inning. It's his role, essentially. And he hasn't been throwing that curveball, that get me over loop-de-doop-de curveball. And he's been using his power pitches, and he's been doing better. I love to see it. I really do, Jimmy. And getting on the topic, because I love that. I love David Bednar. He was playing bad, but I'm pumped up. I hope he continues this. I'm just pumped up in general. Knicks are champions. New York's on top. But going on to
Yeah,
Stan,
but very focused on the Yankees. But
yes, very
yes, good
focused on
job.
them. But
Congrats to the Knicks.
great. I'm
Absolutely.
just excited for the city. And I hope that the Yankees feed off of the energy and want a taste of that. I hope Aaron Judge, when he comes back, wants a taste of that and he performs in the playoffs. But getting back on track to talking about Stan, right? He tweaked his calf again running today. He was supposed to be activated, like you said, on the homestand coming back against
Yep.
the White Sox. Now, do you when is his timetable? We don't really know right now, right? And this is
The Yankees were Aaron Boone was very unclear. It seems like he was gonna go get more imaging tomorrow
yeah,
or something like that. Um, I mean, look, do the Yankees really need Stanton right now? Like I said, you got Goldschmidt, you got Rice that can DH. If Jason Dominguez really shouldn't DH, but I mean, it's I like I said, I want to see Stanton hit 500 career home runs. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen. I just want him back just for that reason, and I just love his presence. I'm a
yeah,
big Giancarlo Stanton guy, but
me too.
I think the Yankees can weather the storm without Giancarlo Stanton, and you're seeing it. I mean,
Yeah,
they're 15 games over 500.
yeah. Now, listen, Jimmy. I want to pose a question to the people who are watching in the comments, to the people that catch this when the live's published, and just let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do the Yankees, it seems like every year the occurrence is just get him healthy in October. He hits in October, get him healthy for October, right? Do the Yankees, since they've had the emergence, and if Jones and Dominguez play well with their runway, and stands clogging up that DH. Let me pose a question, Jimmy. Do the Yankees consider moving him this offseason with them paying less money now to him at the end of his
Oh,
contract? Do they think of moving him and freeing up that DH role if Jones and Dominguez start playing well? I don't know. I feel like that's a valid question. Do you think that's a question that might be had?
oh, absolutely. I mean, you're going to have to consider that Aaron Judge is going to be 35 years old eventually, and he's going to need the DH spot, and he's coming back from that rib issue.
Yep.
I think anything's on the table with Giancarlo Stanton, but that would be really tough for me. It'd be tough for me to see him go, but I'd understand it. I mean, the guy's
Mhm.
always he's hurt. I mean, the facts are here, folks. He's always hurt with the Yankees, and he's never available. Essentially, I mean, it sucks because when the Yankees got Giancarlo Stanton from the trade with the Marlins, of course I was happy. It's Giancarlo Stanton, of course, but yeah, I mean, that is a really good question. I'm sure we will talk about that during the off season, but
Yes.
wow. I knew you're gonna ask something about that. But I think anything's on the table next year. I think they could move him. I know he's got the club option coming up or some shit like that eventually. I forget what year it is. But wow. That is a really good question. But would I move him? No. But if the Yankees think Aaron Judge's days in the outfield are over, then I think they are going to move Giancarlo
Yeah.
Stanton. It
Yeah.
would be a tough pill for me to swallow, but I mean, Stanton's been hurt, but you know what? Here's the thing. He's come up big in October. I mean, did we not
Yeah.
remember what he did in 2024?
He
Holy
has.
shit. He hit that 2-run home run off of Tanner Bybee. And then, he hit the 2-run home run in game one of the World Series. We don't talk about what happened after that because that was a bunch of baloney. But, oh, man, it would be tough for me to see Stanton go. But I think anything's on the table,
Yep.
especially, with this Aaron Judge injury. Could it linger? Could he need the DH spot? You know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so I think as Judge gets older, right, he is gonna fit into and kind of go into that DH spot as he gets older, and he is getting older, right, by the day, and he's dealing with this injury. I think he's gonna come back, but I think it could potentially be. It's not out of the question that it could be a reoccurring thing every year now as he gets older and his body isn't going to start recovering as quick. Now, Stan, I love Stan. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I love for what he did in the playoffs. Even in 2020, he played great in the playoffs. We should have beat Tampa Bay Rays, right? But freaking Chapman, whatever. But I love Stan. He performs in the big moment. He a big part of this team every year in and year out. Even when he's on the IL, he comes back and he always does something. He hits great shots,
Yep.
shots I've never seen before, home runs I've never seen before. I don't even know how he hits the ball with his swing. His mechanics are so off, but he's just so strong. I love him. Don't get me wrong, right? But at the same time, we've been talking for a few years. I feel like some when he's injured, we talk about what would it be if that DH spot was open. Now, if that DH spot open, you are looking at a lot more versatility between your young players, right? Now
Hmm.
you get to be flexible. You could throw Judge at the DH and give him more days at DH, but also Judge is not a Stanton at DH. Judge can still play the outfield, but as he gets older,
Yes.
maybe you don't play him as much in the outfield. You give him days off and he plays like 3 4 days at DH and then maybe two or three, whatever in the outfield, whatever you want to do, right? But now you can bring up your youngsters or say you there's another outfield all-star. Now you can sign another outfield all-star and you could put Judge at the DH. There's a lot of things you could do. And I find it funny how the Yankees and Yankee fans, Yankees Twitter, the whole fan base was talking about who are they going to trade this offseason for reliever, starter, hitter? Are they going to trade Jones? Are they going to trade Dominguez? Now looking at the team in June, we need those guys and they fit in perfectly because of look what happened, injuries. Everything happens for a reason. Everything will work itself out eventually. As I always say, it all always works itself out. And you can never just assume everyone's going to be healthy for a whole 162 game season. But going on to my next point is this is showing you how much depth this Yankee team really has to years past. And
Yes.
even years past when Judge got injured, this team is so deep that even with Judge out, Stanton not returning, Trent Grisham, who's been hitting good, is injured. This is still easily one of the better lineups in the AL, even without those three guys in it. And it's just incredible to me. They're so deep. Got Dominguez. Now it's going to get exciting. Now you're going to see Dominguez get full runway. Now you're going to see Jones get full runway and hopefully not get platooned. I hate that they took out Dominguez in a close game today for defense because I think you got to
Stupid.
let him. He's a rookie. He's to me, he's still like rookie
He's
classified.
been a rookie for
Yeah,
years.
you know what I mean? Because he hasn't fully got his runway. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He hasn't fully
Yeah,
got
he's
his
gotten
prime.
screwed with injuries, and the
Exactly.
Yankees organization wanted to play. What's his name?
Alex
Alex
Verdugo.
Verdugo over him.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, he still like needs to be given a shot. You know what I mean? He's done good. Like he had a full year in 2024 with us. He didn't play every day. He batted 262. That's fine with me if he could get his power numbers up. But it's gonna get exciting. You have Jones that should be playing it almost every day. You're gonna have Jason Dominguez now. Now you're gonna see guys start moving around with these injuries, right? And what happens with Ryan Weathers? Is LaGrange gonna come up? Is Giovanni Cruz like pieces are gonna be moving, and I think it's gonna get really fun. And as me and Jimmy said, this series was a big tell, going off of a sweep at the Guardians without Judge. Now you're without Trent Grisham, and what do? Your first game without Trent Grisham, you
Dominguez,
come
it's a
out.
bomb.
Yep. And he replaces his production. And you come out and you win the game. And Goldy has been doing what he's done, and he's picked up the slack for the lineup too. And so has Ben Rice. And when Ben Rice is not hitting, Goldie's either hitting. When Goldie's not hitting, Bellinger's hitting. When Bellinger's not hitting, you see the chain reaction. Everyone's
Yep.
stepping up, and this is different. This Yankees team is different. They should get out of the AL. I don't care. I don't really give a rip if the Blue Jays are fully healthy. I am putting all my eggs on the Yankees, and they're better than last year's team that went up against the Blue Jays in the ALDS. They're a very solid team, even without these core guys. And you're seeing it now, Jimmy. What are your thoughts on how lengthy and how deep this Yankees team really is?
Oh, it's deep, but I'll tell you what, they can't afford another injury to their outfield.
Who's
So
the next guy up? Schumann?
I mean, who's even in the Yankees organization? That one guy in spring training. Oh, Kennedy Corona. He was having a great spring training. I think he's in AAA or something like that. Look, here's the thing. Honestly, yes, it's a deep team, but is it good enough to beat the Dodgers or the Brewers? I don't think it's good enough to beat the Dodgers and to win it all. Okay, that's just my opinion. The Brewers, yeah, I think they could beat the Brewers, but I don't know if they'll beat Mizorowski. It's only 105.
He's looking inhuman.
105.
Jimmy, he is looking inhuman. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it certainly is, but look, this is a deep team. However, there's still holes. You know? I mean, they need a catcher. They need a catcher. And they could use some more pitching, whether that's a Tarek Schoolball and or you move somebody. If you get Tarek Schoolball, you move somebody to the bullpen. Okay? It's that simple. But they need more pitching help. Whoever they get, if it's Schoolball, if it's Anthony Bender from Miami, or
I would like that.
yeah, of course I would. Calvin Fulcher, whatever the hell his name is from the Marlins. That
Lynch.
seems like a Cashman guy. Yeah, he's from the Marlins. You know, look, I'm just gonna throw this out there, but if the Padres keep losing, hopefully they do. Who's to say they won't listen on some of their relievers? I don't think they'll trade. I don't think Preller will listen to Mason Miller, but he's nuts.
But
Preller is
Morjon
he's
or
having a down
Morhone.
year, Mm-hmm. Jason Adam, Daniel Lynch from the Kansas City Royals.
Yes.
That's my guy that I want. Look, they got to get healthy. They
Hmm.
need feedback. Ryan Weathers is burnt out. Another outing where he allowed 5 runs last night. Not very good. Simply screwed the Yankees. He simply screwed the Yankees last night. And Jake Bird just has no place on being
Yeah.
on this roster.
Oh my
Well, I
God,
mean,
Jimmy.
who the hell's decision is it to have Jake Bird up here over a guy like Giovanni Cruz?
When I see him
That's
come into the game, Jimmy, I just start
he can't
cracking
get
up.
nobody out. He just
Nah.
nibbles. And his mechanic, I mean, the way he throws is just so weird. His wind up, his mechanics.
Oh,
It's weird. But no, here's the thing. It's a deep team. I'm not
yes.
gonna deny that. But if they don't get anything at the deadline, like a catcher, they need a catcher. They gotta the Yankees need to hit a grand slam, literally and metaphorically, on acquiring a big time catcher with control or Ryan Jeffers. I don't care if they get Ryan Jeffers, I'd be happy. But Dylan Dingler, Adley Rutschman, Shea Langoliers, I doubt the A's would move him because they do have a nice young core forming. But yeah, it's a deep team. It's the deepest team that I've said since '09. And what happened in '09? Yankees won it all. They had depth everywhere. They had good pitchers. They had, what I mean. They won the damn World Series. They had a great lineup that'll make it work. Not saying the Yankees. I don't think this Yankee lineup is like '09, but I think it's different. I
Hmm.
think this is a different Yankee team. It's better than the 2024 lineup. I hope you agree with me there.
Oh, 100. Yeah.
My gosh,
Yes.
we had Jazz Chisholm Jr. playing third base.
It
Not
was
his
it was
position.
horrendous, and we made the World Series. So
Yeah. And you had Alex Verdugo on left field. I mean, great defensive guy. I don't get me wrong, but like, come on. I mean, you had Austin Wells. I mean, Austin Wells wasn't horrendous like he is now, but it's a deep team.
yeah.
But they got to stay healthy. They got to stay healthy. They can't afford another injury in the outfield. They can't afford an injury anywhere. They got to get healthier. They got to get healthier by the deadline. And they're doing well. They're doing well. They have what, 2 losses since Judge has been on the IL. So that's a
Something
good.
like that.
It's 2 losses. So that's a good thing. But but you got to keep going. Got to keep winning. Got to keep scoring early. Your pitchers have to throw strikes. You can't nibble, nibble, nibble.
Yeah, I agree, Jimmy.
This is a very deep team. I'm not saying, oh, this team's gonna go to. They're not gonna win the World Series. That's not what I'm saying. It's a deep team, but like you said, I like your Guardians and Yankees ALCS prediction. I think the Yankees are the best team in the AL,
Yeah.
and I will stand on that. I will die on that hill. Die on that hill. And if I'm wrong, we'll come back to this clip and say, "Wow, Jimmy's really a moron." I mean, sometimes I have moronic takes. I will admit that, but like, come on, this team is different. And when they put Ryan Weathers in the bullpen, and if they get a Tarek Skubal, or let's say they get Max Fried back. Max Fried hasn't been very good this year, but geez, he was good last year.
Yes.
So I believe. I mean, I haven't been impressed, but I'm not saying Max Fried is not a scrub. Max
He's
Fried is
not. He's
he's a
not,
top
Jimmy.
15 pitcher.
Yes.
You know, we need him back. We need Weathers in the bullpen. Hell, he could probably throw 100 in the bullpen again. We'll see. I mean, I remember his first ever start against the Nationals. It was a televised game. It was at George M. Steinbrenner Field, and he's pumping 100. And I'm like, please throw 100 for the rest of the year, please,
Yeah.
because Schlittler can. I mean, Garrett Cole, I guess he can, but just got to be careful. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot to be excited about. This is a deep core, but there's injuries. But the Yankees have to keep winning, score early, pitch very well. Make sure you manage. The manager has to press all the right buttons. All these games matter. And people say, oh, it's a 162 game season. Ladies and gentlemen, every game matters. Every game matters for the Yankees. It does. So it's a very deep team, and you should be very excited about it. I know you are. We just need to go to a Yankee game together, and we'll sit behind home plate.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Jimmy, during the playoffs, I want to bring this
Yep.
up.
Oh
During the
gosh.
playoffs, Jimmy, me and you are going to do this stream different. It is going to be lively. We might even have to hop on here
Hell, I
and
might be at all the games.
listen. We might have to go to the games together and start doing play by play on live. And, but even if we're home, I want to do a few playoff games where we're live and we're doing play by play and we're getting hype with you guys. So when you say you have some idiotic takes sometimes during that playoff series and our lives, there are going to be a bunch of idiotic takes. I'm going to go crazy after every win. I'm going to go crazy and nuts. I love watching this team in October. October baseball just gets me pumped up and feeling some type of way, Jimmy. So there are going to be a lot of bad takes, I'm sure. We're,
Oh yeah.
we're going to overreact, get happy, get excited, and then we're going to be crumbling down if David Bednar blows a save. But listen.
Listen. When Luke Weaver allowed that home run to Big Christmas, I was like, come on, the Yankees should just DFA him, all
The
right?
best Christmas present.
The ultimate Christmas present under the tree. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
get this shit off of my screen. This is ridiculous. But hey, the Yankees went to the World Series that year, not the Guardians. Ha ha ha. And Emmanuel Clase does not pitch for them anymore because he's stupid. So
Yeah. I mean,
there
going
you
into
go.
the
Smoking that
20,
pack.
bringing up 2024 and what you were saying before about the lineup, right? I want to talk about the dynamic. Even now we say, listen, right? We have Judge out of the lineup. He was injured. He was swinging and missing a lot. Trent Grisham has been good, but he swings and misses a lot, right?
Yep.
Stanton swings and misses a lot. Look at
Yep.
the dynamic in this lineup. You have Ben Rice contact, Dominguez more contact, Jones. All right, you have him for power. Cab,
I don't know. He strikes out a
no,
lot.
no, yeah, Jones is power, but I'm saying the dynamic. Like there's
Right.
a good mix of
Yes.
and balance of speed, power, flexibility, utility, like versatility. You have Cabby who's gonna hit, Paul Goldschmidt who's a veteran at bat, McMahon, Rosario. You have people in this lineup who are
Yes.
defensive first, who could get it done on offense. There's so much just what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's just different. Like it stands out.
Like they don't have
It's
9 strikeout guys in a lineup. Like,
they're all not like they're not scared to step up to the plate in a big moment. They're all looking to do
well,
something.
we'll see in
And
October.
yes, we'll see. But for right now, I'm talking about this lineup that I saw today. They're and even yesterday before Trent Grisham got injured, Jimmy, I don't without Judge, even though we should have won because we scored five, this team is gritty. It is
Oh,
grittier
they
than years
are.
past.
They
They
are.
were fighting back.
Absolutely.
It was 5-1, and they were fighting back. They scored 5 runs, make it interesting, a 2-run game. I mean, they are gritty. They're working pitchers down. Even these young guys, Jones is still working at bats. I know he strikes out a lot. Jasson Dominguez comes up and works good at bats. I mean, today there was a runner on first and third with 2 outs, and he hit a ball that a diving stop by the first baseman. I don't even know some of these guys the Blue Jays have on the field with all their injuries. These no-name randoms are just doing anything on the field, playing like they're in a freaking zoo. They're just jumping around and making catches and making plays. I don't even know. But the guy on first base made a diving play, got the ball, right? But that's still a good at bat. Like if that went through, that's a great productive at bat from Jasson Dominguez. It was good to see him come out this early. He was on the plane this early, got there late, and he was working good at bats. You love to see that. Hopefully he goes off of that. And Jimmy, something you said at the beginning of your statement of what you were talking about, I want to push back a little bit. I want to play devil's advocate because that's what we're due here. We'll bring up good points, but we got to play a little bit of devil's advocate, see where the other side comes from. I might push back a little bit and say, I think the Yankees could compete with the Dodgers. And the reason why I say that, hear me out, is because they have a lot of flaws too. And
Oh, they
you
do.
you can't
Yes.
say that Roki Sasaki is not a flaw. He's a flaw. He's a major flaw because he hasn't figured it out. But they have flaws. The Braves have flaws. This Yankees team is better constructed than 2024 that went to the World Series.
I agree.
You just had Judge and Soto, and in that playoffs, you had Stanton and Soto, right? Judge was hit or miss. But then where was everyone else? It was either home run, strikeout, or you were just hoping they
Or
were gonna,
pop up.
yeah, or you were hoping they would. This lineup, you got everything, speed, like I mentioned, everything. So yes, I think it's different. I think it could be close. Maybe am I getting out of hand and saying they could compete with the Dodgers without Aaron Judge, Stanton, and Grisham and their mate? But I'm just trying to bring up devil's advocate and play that other side of why it's not entirely that far apart, right? Now, going off of the offense, because we talked about that a lot, I really wanted to dive into Cam Schlittler a little bit into this start because he did allow his season high 4 walks, right? And he didn't
Yep.
have his control today. He was wild, a lot more wild than we've seen from starts past. It's gonna happen. He's young. He's never not gonna be perfect. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of more starts where he gives up 4+ runs and he's walking people and he's not looking good. His velo's down. It's gonna happen. He's a young pitcher, but he's gotten off to a ridiculous start. So we expect so much every start, which is amazing, right? And he was still
Yep.
able to navigate the lineup, get his double plays when he was working at the jams, right? But is his control? I know we talked about maybe his velo down was an issue, but it shot back up. His control, his last few starts have been getting a little more wild. He's been walking a little more people. Are you concerned about that at all, or is it just going to happen as he starts pitching more and teams start figuring him out? What do you think on that?
He's a young pitcher. It's gonna happen. I'm not very concerned. I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
he gave, what's it called? He gave the Yankees 7 innings today. So I mean, nothing. I mean, yeah, the controls are concerned, of course, but it's one start, and I'm not gonna really overreact to it.
Hmm.
But I mean, the guy's got a 1.8. It's a 1.82 ERA. I think I said 1.86 earlier. So something like that. So it's in the 1.8
Yeah.
range. It's 1.82. I have it right here. But
I just wanted
no,
to bring up that question. I just wanted to
I
raise
don't.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but it happens to young pitchers. They get a little wild.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Will Skeens couldn't get out the first inning on opening day against the Mets. You got to look at that. It happens. You
Yep.
either have a great day on the mound or a bad day. And I don't. Nobody's perfect except Domingo Herman. I mean, he threw a perfect game. Last guy to throw a
Oh my
perfect game.
gosh. Holy.
But I mean, if I see it as an issue, if we see him being wild and walking everybody in his next start and the next start after, yeah, I think it would be very fair to be concerned, but not right now.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
understand.
not right now.
Totally understand that. And, the Blue Jays, they were feisty as usual. They were working good at
Yes, they
bats.
were.
They were making him work. They were fouling pitches off. They were making him throw perfect pitches, get to 3-2. They were making him work so to his credit, he did his best job. And even though he struggled a little bit, I mean, just look at his stat line, 7 innings, 1 run ball, 7 Ks. I mean, it's still elite. He's just put himself in that upper echelon of starters, and he's just ridiculous. He's up there with, and Mizorowski's shot up there with Schoolboy
He's in his own
Mizorowski. I
tier.
mean, it is different. 105 is ridiculous coming out of the hand. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, but I just wanted to raise that concern a little bit on Cam Schiller, just as a question, just to see your thoughts on it, because I think anytime we see something maybe in a game a little concerning or a little something that we haven't seen a lot of from a player, we'll just raise it up just to make sure that if anything, if it does happen, we called it out in front. And after it happens, we're not like, oh, we knew that, we knew that. No, we're coming out and saying it, because if
Yeah,
it
we're
does
just bringing
happen,
it up. Yep.
we're bringing it up. We're raising the question. If you guys want to give me your thoughts on it in the comments, let me know your thoughts on that, because you guys have different opinions as well and different views. But also, Jimmy, going back, we keep going back from pitching to offense, but we'll be heavily on offense, I think, from now to this point, because Cam Schlittler was really the pitcher of the game, and that was the best pitching aside from Benar, but we went over that. I want to get more into Goldy, because I want to bring up the question that, like you said, he should be an all-star, but I want to bring up the question, two questions actually. One, the first one being, is he going to fall off in the second half of the season like he did last season? Because we saw him get out to an amazing start and then fall off in the second half, right? But also, granted, I think he's getting more at bats and regular playing time with the injuries this season, so he may be fine. And he found his power stroke again as he got older. It's insane. I don't know how, but he found it again. And when Stanton comes back, and if you get a catcher at the deadline, where and Goldie's still doing his thing even after the All-Star game, where's Goldie gonna play? Where is Goldschmidt playing? Because I have had thoughts about this, and I want Goldschmidt in the lineup in a playoff game, and I want him in the lineup every day. I don't care if it's righty, lefty, he's throwing 105 and it's Mizorowski. I want that veteran bat in the lineup.
Where is he going to play? Well, are we assuming Stanton is back?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. Like, do you fit him in, or do you just throw him back on the bench?
I mean, you would. I mean, I'd like to see him in 2 or 3 days a week. I
Hmm.
mean, where the hell would he fit in? I mean, would they
Right?
have Ben Rice be the catcher for a little bit and have Goldie play first base? I mean, he like I said, and the stats show it. He absolutely crushes left-handed pitching. So you're gonna have him on the bench against left-handed pitching, but you also cannot take away at bats from Ben Rice. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you
you
can't
can't.
do that. No.
I mean, if you want to sit him, if you want to give Ben Rice a day off, okay, that's fine. But it's not going to be a platoon. You're not going to do that bullshit.
No.
The only the only platoon that they should do is at third base, and they do it. They do it. So I don't know where Goldie's going to play. When Giancarlo Stanton comes back, that is going to be
It's going to be
really
interesting.
interesting. And we don't even know when Giancarlo Stanton is going to be
Yeah.
back. It
So
seems
if
like
he's going to be back,
yeah, he will. He will be back, I think, but
Mhm.
we don't know a timetable now because Boone said today that it's possible that he could need some imaging.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, how everything, like we said, works itself out. So, you never know what's going to happen in the next few months leading up to maybe Stan's return as we see what happens with the imaging. But I mean, it blows my mind that he might not even be playing because he's been so good and I love his at bats and I love the signing, but also maybe like you brought up the catcher, even after the deadline, say you went out and got a Ryan Jeffers who's great against lefties, then what if on days that there were righty pitchers, you would just slide Ben Rice to catcher and then you would play Goldschmidt at first base. And then you fix your catcher problem with ease. Your backup catcher and your starting catcher are good, right? You don't have Wells, you don't have Excora, and you play him lefty righty, and then you get Goldschmidt in there as well, so he works in at bats as long as Stanton's still producing and is healthy. I mean, I think that might be the best shot to do it because you would still need to get Goldy in there. And I don't think we would see a platoon as we saw them try to do that at the beginning of the year. Then they gave Rice at bats against lefties and he crushed lefties, so they kept him in, and now he's earned himself out of a platoon, which is essentially what Jones and Dominguez have to do now with their runway. But I mean, I would just bring it up because I I, I don't know what else to think. Where is this guy going to play? Where are you going to put him? Who are you sending down? Volpe's going to get sent down. Jones is going to get sent down. Is Jasson Dominguez going to get sent down? Where's Schumann going? There's so many moving parts, especially if this team gets healthy and everyone's healthy, or majority of people are healthy. It's going to be really interesting to see. And these are what I call good problems to have because even if you can't get them in the lineup, you can get them to the bowl or the bench and use him later in the game. And that's a great tool, an asset to use later in the game. Not many teams have that. As we said, a lot of teams are flawed and don't even have a great bench. They just rely on their starting nine to get it done. And if they have to replace it, well, then it's like a crapshoot. As we see with the Toronto Blue Jays, they have Miles Straw on the bench. He's not really anything special. He's going to give you good defense, and anything else on offense is
Sure
kind of a
is.
plus. You know what I mean? So I was just bringing up that. And going off of the offense, we saw Cabby go 0 for 4 today, but I don't care. I love that he got two straight starts at shortstop. I don't care he went 0 for 4. It's going to happen. Keep him in at shortstop. I wonder if we see Volpe because a lefties pitching tomorrow and Volpe hits better against lefties.
I mean, how better against lefties? It seems like he doesn't hit against anybody. He's been a
He
disaster.
doesn't, but he does hit better
Yeah,
against them.
you'll probably have Spencer Jones on the bench tomorrow,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, but
Then who's going to play outfield? Schumann?
would
And then,
Domingue
yeah,
with Dominguez going left and
Bellinger in
Bellinger
center.
center, right field, Max Schumann?
Oh, or you know what they're going to do, Jimmy? I already have a feeling what they're going to do. They're going to play Jasson Dominguez in left. They're going to play Bellinger in center, and they're going to play Cabby in right field, and Volpe's going to start at shortstop.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it should be an interesting lineup tomorrow. I'm assuming Ali Sanchez will be behind the plate too,
Yes.
catching Will Warren. Um, you'll see Goldie, you'll see Rice, Ahmed Rosario. You better see Caballero. No, Caballero would play in the outfield.
Yeah, I said that. I said Cabby's going to be in right field.
Yeah, did I? I said Max.
You said wait, but
I
I
said
brought up.
Max
I said
Schumann.
shoot. I said Schumann too. But then I thought about it and I was like, oh wait, you know what they're gonna do? That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get Volpe in, but they're gonna keep Cabby in there too and playing right field.
Yeah, I
Max
can't believe
Schumann.
this. But I mean, I like Max Schumann. You know,
Listen, he's been good.
I might can play Max Schumann at shortstop tomorrow. And then Cabe in right field, or
Maybe they'll
I
play
don't
him
know,
at
vice
second
versa.
base. Said Jazz.
No, I wouldn't sit Chaz tomorrow. Nah, I don't know, but I do want to bring up one thing. Can the guy please stop challenging?
Jazz? Oh,
Yeah, like stop topping your head, bro.
Jimmy, it is ridiculous. I can't stand it. I can't. I really can't. People are challenging the Max Schumann challenges, and he's always right. He can challenge. Jazz Chisholm challenged one of the worst calls. I don't know if you remember, right down the middle, low and down the middle. think it was against the Orioles, and he challenged it, and it was like, what the heck? He challenges with such confidence too, like it's a for sure ball, and it's just a strike, and it just blows my mind why Aaron Boone or the management is giving him the green light to challenge. There should be a select guys that get the green light to challenge. You know what I mean? Or if it's in a tough spot and you're like, listen, I don't usually give you it, but you could use it. Make sure you're wise with it because it's a tight game. So, use it wisely. We don't want to lose it. I could see that. But also tomorrow, Jimmy, a lefty, we're probably going to most likely see Ahmed Rosario in, which
Yep.
could be a little tricky with the contact heavy Blue Jays. Hopefully he's on his A game defensively. And Volpe, I don't like that. You're going to have Volpe and Ahmed Rosario on the left side. that that doesn't excite me. That makes me a little worried for the fielding aspect. And you're gonna have Will Warren, who induces somewhat of some contact. So I don't really know
Oh,
if
he
I love
sure
that.
does.
So
Yeah, yeah. Well, you talk about the lefty on the mound and Will Warren. Well, let's preview tomorrow's pitching matchup. So
let's
it's
do
the
it.
series finale tomorrow between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch is 1:37 p.m. You could watch the game on the Yes Network and the Gotham Sports app. You can listen on WFAN 101.9 FM or 660 AM. Making his 14th start of the season tomorrow for the Yankees is right-hander Will Warren. He's 7-1 with a 3.41 ERA. He had a shitty outing against the Guardians. Well, I want to say it was Monday night.
Yeah.
It was Monday
Yes,
night, June
I'm
8th.
pretty sure.
Yeah. Um, Went four in the third, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He's got to throw more strikes. Um, Need a big day from him tomorrow. The bullpen is pretty much rested, but be nice if you can get 5 to 7 innings of Will Warren. And then you got Patrick Corbin tomorrow, the 36-year-old guy.
Yep.
All right. I know a lot of Yankee fans wanted to sign him when he was a free agent. Thankfully, the Yankees didn't do that. So he's making his 13th start tomorrow. He's 2-3 with a 4.55 ERA. And against the Yankees in his career, in 8 appearances, he's 2-1 with an ERA of 3.53.
Of
Like
course.
Lorenzo said, expect to see Ahmed Rosario, um, Anthony Volpe, or Schumann, one of those guys. Probably Spencer Jones will probably get benched, and Ali Sanchez will probably be behind the plate. He's a righty going against a lefty.
Yep.
And yeah, this will be the end of the 6-game Yankees road trip. They're 4-1 right now, and it would just be nice to fly back home to the Bronx with a series win against a really annoying and unlikable Blue Jays team. So that's the series finale preview for tomorrow. And I'm hoping for a great game tomorrow. I'll be at work, but I'm sure we will do an episode tomorrow night
Yeah.
as long as I'm
Yes.
not dead asleep. But just hopefully the Yankees bats come out sizzling tomorrow, really early, and hopefully it's just over by. I hope it's over by like the fourth inning. For like, it
I
would
mean,
just be
I hope
nice.
so. It would be nice to have a laugher against the Blue Jays as they own us. I want to bring up one more brief topic, Jimmy. I know it's late and it's 1:30, so I hope you guys are still watching. Anyone who is, like, subscribe. Anyone who likes this as it goes up and you didn't watch it live, still like and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help us out. But one last topic, Jimmy, I want to bring up. But before I do that, briefly, I want to touch on, because of the lefty, right? And we're talking about the platoons. I hope that Dominguez is in. We'll see him from the right side tomorrow. Do you think they're gonna lead off Goldschmidt, or do you think they're gonna lead off Jason Dominguez?
Goldschmidt. I'm gonna go with Goldschmidt here. What do
Okay.
you think?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I could. I think Goldschmidt. I think they'll stick with Goldschmidt and maybe keep Dominguez batting second. I really don't know what they're gonna do, or they could do Ben Wright. I don't think. No, actually, I don't think.
No,
I don't think they would bat Jason Dominguez third. So I think it's gonna be in no particular order. The top two in no particular order. I think it's gonna be Goldschmidt and Dominguez one or two, and then I think it'll be Rice three, and then I think you'll see Rosario four. Rosario four? Is it Bellinger going to be four? I don't know. I don't
I
know,
don't know, but
Jimmy.
he's
Because it's a
Ahmed
lefty.
Rosario. Ahmed Rosario will hit like cleanup
Fifth,
tomorrow or some shit like
fourth,
that, or
fifth,
fifth.
sixth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, I wanted to bring up George Lombard Jr. is
Mm,
batting 277 with an 875 OPS, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs in his last 24 games in AAA Scranton, and he's batting 304 in his last 12 games. Is
I
he
was gonna
ready
bring that
right
up
now?
actually.
Yes,
Yeah,
is
he's
he?
been very impressive, but I mean, there's no need to rush him up
Yeah,
right now unless if like Volpe or Caballero go down.
yeah.
But encouraging stuff. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Yankees' number one prospect, and he's raking, and we're rooting for him. I mean, he's 21 years old, and I'm older than him. So,
And he's hitting
so
home runs against AAA
yeah.
pitchers.
Doesn't his like power and like swing remind you of like Carlos Correa or Mike Trout?
Yes, Correa, and his arm strength. That is the player comparison. I hope without the injuries, but perfect player comparison is Carlos Correa. His arm strength, his glove, the way he holds his bat and he swings and he whips it. Yes, yes, Jimmy, one
Yeah,
hundred percent.
I mean, there's been some stats and some plays where Lombard has got unlucky with, but hey, good to see him tearing it up. I'm glad you brought up his last 12 games. Um, I'm really encouraged, and maybe Joel Sherman is right. Maybe you'll see him up here August 1st. Who the hell
Maybe
knows? But
would be interesting.
if he keeps hitting like that, Lorenzo, I think you give him a chance and you send Volpe's ass packing.
Send him back and get the trade deadline. Yep, send him to boot. Or you could send him and Jazz on a shipment together, and then you could put Caballero at second and call up
Yeah, I don't.
Lombard. Yeah,
It's funny that you bring that up, but I don't see the Yankees trading Jazz. But hey, you never know with this team. They always do something surprising. So,
yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think that's it. We went over a lot of topics. Great game
and
today,
under an hour,
in
wow.
under an hour. But
And I didn't
we,
really watch the full game today, but I did see
yep.
highlights. But you
Yes,
know,
we went through it. We went over everything, and we went over everything in depth. We arose questions that we thought were necessary to be had. Talked about that, played a little bit of devil's advocate, talked about the matchup tomorrow. We got Will Warren versus Patrick Corbin. Hopefully the Yankees survive and take game three, and then they
take two out of
survive.
three from
Yeah,
Toronto. That's
survive the
huge.
road series. Going 5-1 would be humongous, Jimmy. And then tomorrow's episode will be great because they will definitely make a statement if they do that. But any last comments before we sign off?
No, I mean, like I said, congrats to the Knicks. Um, please, New York sports fans and Knicks fans, celebrate responsibly. don't do any stupid bullshit. Don't go to jail. I
Yeah.
mean, I would probably go a little crazy. I'd go very crazy if the Yankees or the Giants won, but you know,
But not get, but
yeah,
aside yourself,
not get, not ruin my life, of course, but you know, congrats to the Knicks. Really important win by the Yankees in game two of that 3 game set. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's show. And hopefully it's a 5-1 road trip and, we'll enjoy the day off on Monday.
Yep, let's have some good news tomorrow. And with that being said, let's go Yankees.
Yes, sir.